Have you ever had a moment where time just stopped, where it wasn't about the noise of the world, the stress of your day, or the endless thoughts running through your head? It was just you and him. The lights were dim, the world outside faded away, and for once, you weren't thinking, you were feeling. You felt his breath slow, his focus sharpen, his hands trace over your skin like he was memorizing every inch of you. And then that look, that deep, hungry look, the one that says he's not just touching you, he's studying you. He's reading you like a story he never wants to end. And you start to wonder, why does he love doing that so much? Why does he seem so drawn, almost obsessed, with making sure you feel every second of it? Because here's the truth most women never realize. For a man, this moment isn't just about pleasure. It's not a routine or an act. It's something deeper, something instinctive. It's the one space where his desire, his confidence, and his emotions all collide. Well, he's not trying to take, he's trying to give. See, when a man truly desires you, not just your body, but he craves that reaction, that sound you make when you can't hold it in anymore, that small gasp that tells him you've stopped thinking and started feeling. That's what pulls him in, that's what keeps him there. It's not about ego, it's about connection. It's about seeing you lose control in the safest, most trusting way. It's his way of saying, you're safe with me, you can let go. And when you do, that's the real magic. Because in that instant, he's not just giving you pleasure, he's experiencing a kind of closeness most men never find. So tonight, let's go deeper into that mystery. Let's uncover why men are so obsessed with pleasing you and what that reveals about how they love, connect, and truly see you. Let's talk about power, because when it comes to intimacy, most people misunderstand what that word really means. We're taught that power looks like dominance, like taking charge, leading, being in control. But the truth is, the most powerful moments between a man and a woman are rarely about control. They're about surrender. And that's where things get beautifully complicated. When a man goes down to please you, truly, selflessly, it's not just an act of desire, it's an act of devotion. It's his way of saying, right now, nothing else matters but you. He's not there to take, he's there to give, to explore, to worship. And in that giving, he finds a kind of power that's quiet but incredibly potent. See, most men spend their lives trying to prove themselves at work, in society, even in relationships. But in that intimate moment, something shifts. For once, he's not chasing validation from the world. He's earning it from you through the way your body responds, the way your breath changes, the way your hands pull him closer without a word. That's his reward. That's his power. It's not about domination. It's about devotion. And only confident, emotionally secure men understand that. When he's down there giving you all his focus, what he's really saying is, I trust you enough to show my vulnerability, because yes, it's vulnerable for him too. To slow down, to listen, to let go of his ego and pay attention to every tiny detail of your pleasure. That takes maturity, confidence, and emotional intelligence. He's not just trying to do it right. He's trying to understand you, to learn your rhythm, your patterns, your silences. He's reading you like a song, one only he wants to play. And here's something most women never realize. When you respond authentically, when you let yourself go without holding back, you give him permission to keep giving. You make him feel safe in his own masculine energy, not the hard, cold kind, but the warm, protective kind. Because for a man, there's no greater sense of pride than watching the woman he desires completely relax in his arms, knowing he's the reason. That's the soft power, the kind that doesn't come from control, but from connection. It's quiet, it's patient. It's not about making you do something. It's about guiding you into feeling something. When he looks up at you during that moment, it's not to ask, am I good enough? It's to say, do you feel how much I want you? How much I adore this connection? Because when he sees that look in your eyes, that blend of surprise, pleasure, and trust, it's like a current of electricity flows between you both. And here's the secret, that's what makes him crave you more. Not just your body, but the way you surrender, the way you allow yourself to be vulnerable, soft, open, not because he demanded it, but because he earned it. Ladies, remember this, a man can chase 100 women, but the one he'll never forget is the woman who allowed him to feel powerful in his softness. The one who didn't just receive his touch, but responded to his energy. The one who saw his effort, his patience, his care, and met it with gratitude and desire. That's the energy that keeps a man obsessed. Not the game, not the chase, not the mystery, but that deep, wordless connection where he feels like he's found something sacred, something rare. So the next time he slows down, takes his time, and gives you all his focus, don't rush it. Don't overthink it. Just feel it. Because in that moment, he's not trying to overpower you. He's trying to honor you. And that is the most intoxicating kind of power there is. There's something undeniably magnetic about a man who isn't afraid to please you, slowly, intentionally, completely focused on you. That kind of confidence doesn't come from his body, it comes from his presence. From the quiet, unspoken way he says, I know what I'm doing, and I love doing it for you. Because here's what most people never talk about. For a man, pleasing a woman that deeply isn't just about technique or performance. It's a reflection of how he feels about himself, his confidence, his maturity, his emotional intelligence. A man who truly knows himself doesn't need to rush. He doesn't need to prove anything. He's not thinking, am I doing this right? He's thinking, how can I make her feel seen? That's the difference between confidence and insecurity. Confidence listens. It's patient, it's tuned in. And ladies, when you meet a man like that, you feel it. You can sense it in the way he pays attention, in how he notices your reactions without you saying a word, in how he adjusts to your rhythm like it's second nature. He's not afraid of your body. He's curious about it. He's not intimidated by your pleasure. He's inspired by it. That's real masculine confidence, quiet, grounded, deeply giving. For him, your pleasure isn't a goal to achieve. It's a journey to explore. Each reaction is like feedback, a sign that he's learning your language, your story, your energy. Every sigh, every breath, every subtle movement tells him something new. And that excites him, not because it boosts his ego, but because it connects him to you. That's his love language. It's how he says, I see you. I want to understand you. I want to make you feel adored. Most men aren't taught how to express love through words, but through touch, through attention, through presence. That's where they shine. It's how they communicate things they might never say out loud. When a man is confident in pleasing you, he's not afraid of your power. He admires it. He celebrates it. He finds beauty in your softness, in your reactions, in your surrender. Because your pleasure tells him, you trust me. And that trust is what feeds his confidence even more. It's a beautiful feedback loop. The more confident he feels, the more pleasure he gives you. And the more pleasure you feel, the more confident he becomes. It's an unspoken dance between masculine energy and feminine surrender. One fuels the other. And here's a secret every woman should know. A man who's confident enough to please you like that is also confident enough to be gentle, to slow down, to care, to listen. Because only a man who's secure in his masculinity can step back from the need to perform and focus on connection. That's why so many women say the most unforgettable experiences aren't about intensity. They're about intimacy, about the man who took his time, who didn't just want her body. He wanted her peace, her breath, her surrender. That's confidence in its most elegant form. So when you meet a man who's fully present in those moments, remember this, he's not just showing you physical skill. He's showing you emotional depth. He's saying, I'm confident enough to give without needing anything in return. And that's rare, because a man who's at peace with himself doesn't chase validation. He creates it. He finds his confidence not in being admired, but in being trusted, not in taking, but in giving. That's the kind of man who doesn't just make love, he builds connection. He turns every touch into a conversation, every reaction into a story. And long after it's over, you'll remember the way he made you feel seen, because that's what real confidence looks like. Not loud, not showy, not forced, just quiet, steady devotion expressed through the art of giving pleasure, not taking it. Every woman has that one memory, the kind that lingers long after it's over. It's not always about what he did, but how he made you feel. The way he looked at you like you were the only person in the world. The way he slowed down time without even trying. That moment when it wasn't about lust or power, it was about connection. And here's something most women don't realize. When a man truly adores you, he doesn't just want to please you, he wants to be remembered. Not in a surface level way, not as a name in your phone or a face in your past. He wants to live rent-free in your mind, to echo in your thoughts every time someone else tries to touch you, to be the memory that replays when you close your eyes. Because for him, that's not ego, it's intimacy. It's the emotional fingerprint he leaves on your soul. When a man is down there, completely devoted to your pleasure, He's doing more than touching your body. He's trying to write himself into your memory. Every slow movement, every pause, every whisper is his way of saying, I want you to remember this. I want you to remember me. And men are builders by nature. They build careers, homes, legacies, but in love, what they truly want to build is impact. They want to know they made a difference in your world, even in the smallest, most intimate way. So when he takes his time to explore you, when he's fully present, not rushing, not distracted, that's his artistry. He's painting an experience, one that will outlast the moment itself. And when he finally looks up, what he wants to see isn't just your pleasure. It's that look in your eyes that says, you've changed me a little. That's his victory. That's the mark he wants to leave. And the beautiful part, when it's real, when the connection is pure, that memory isn't one-sided. You remember him, not because he demanded space in your mind, but because he earned it, because he cared enough to give, not just to take, because he made you feel something genuine in a world full of empty gestures. That's what separates a man who touches your body from one who touches your soul. He doesn't want to be the loudest memory. He wants to be the quietest one that never fades. The one that comes back to you at random moments, when you hear a certain song, when you catch a familiar scent, when you lie in bed and feel a ghost of that same warmth again. That's what he's chasing, that invisible thread between memory and emotion. And here's the secret: a man who loves to please you is often a man who's chasing meaning. He wants to be the one who made you forget the world for a little while. He wants to be the one who reminded you what it feels like to be adored, because in pleasing you, he's finding his own sense of purpose. And that's powerful, because it means he's not there to collect experiences. He's there to create them, to make something that lingers long after the lights are off and the noise fades. Ladies, when a man loves you like that, remember, he's not chasing conquest. He's chasing connection. He wants to be the man who still crosses your mind years later, not out of nostalgia, but out of reverence. And the truth is, he'll only remember you just as deeply, because that kind of intimacy doesn't fade easily. When two people share a moment of pure giving energy, it becomes timeless. It's the kind of memory that outlives attraction and turns into something spiritual. So when you feel him giving you everything, unhurried and devoted, don't hold back. Let him know he's unforgettable too, because for him, that's everything. That's the proof that he succeeded, not just in pleasing you, but in becoming a part of your story. At the heart of every deep connection, beyond the spark, beyond the chemistry, there is trust. Without it, passion fades quickly. But when it's there, when a woman truly feels safe in someone's presence, everything changes. Because real closeness isn't about how someone touches you, it's about how someone makes you feel. Do you feel seen? Do you feel protected? Do you feel like you can let the walls down you've built for years? For many women, that's the real test of intimacy, not how exciting the moment is, but how safe it feels to let go. And that's something confident, emotionally aware men understand. When he slows down, listens, and pays attention to what makes you comfortable, he's doing more than caring for you, he's earning your trust. Trust is delicate. It's built in the small gestures, the way he keeps his promises, the way he listens without interrupting, the way he respects your boundaries without making you explain them twice. It's in how he notices the little details, when you're quiet, when you pull back, when you're ready to open up again, and he meets you right where you are. That's what safety feels like. It's not a cage, it's freedom. It's knowing you can be your most authentic self, silly, serious, strong, soft, and still be accepted. It's realizing you don't have to hide the parts of yourself that feel too much or not enough. When a man creates that kind of space for you, your heart relaxes. You start breathing differently, your guard lowers, and suddenly the connection deepens, not because of anything dramatic, but because you trust him with the real you. It's in those moments that the relationship becomes more than attraction. It becomes emotional safety, something you can lean on when life gets heavy. And that safety, once it's earned, becomes one of the most powerful forms of intimacy there is. Because think about it, you can only fully connect with someone when you stop protecting yourself from them. That's why genuine trust is so rare and so intoxicating when you find it. When a man makes you feel safe, you don't just open up emotionally, you start to believe in love again. You start to feel that maybe, just maybe, you can be understood without having to explain everything. You start to see him not as someone who demands your openness, but someone who deserves it. That's what makes him unforgettable. Because trust doesn't come from intensity. It comes from consistency. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the quiet reassurance of, I've got you. And when a woman feels that, when she knows she's cared for, protected, and respected, she gives something back that's even rare, her complete presence. Her laughter becomes freer, her eyes brighter, her affection more genuine. Because trust doesn't just make love deeper, it makes it peaceful. Men who understand this secret are the ones who stand out. They don't rush connection, they earn it. They know that safety isn't built overnight. It's built through patience, empathy, and the courage to show up again and again. And here's the beauty of it. Once a woman feels that kind of safety, everything else, affection, closeness, passion, flows naturally. It's no longer something you try to create. It's something you both become. So remember, the next time you find someone who makes you feel calm instead of nervous, grounded instead of guarded, pay attention. Because that's not just chemistry, that's trust whispering. You can finally exhale. And when you can exhale with someone, you've found something sacred. That's the quiet foundation behind every lasting love story, where passion is steady, connection is real, and safety feels like home. Let's get honest for a moment. When a man goes down on a woman, yes, there's pleasure involved. But for many men, it's also something deeper, something far more intimate than most people realize. It's not just about the act, it's about connection. When a man chooses to be that close, that vulnerable, and that giving, he's not just seeking to excite you, he's trying to connect with you on a level words can't reach. Think about it in that moment. There's no distance, no roles, no ego. It's just energy, his desire meeting your trust. And that emotional bond can be intoxicating for him, because in everyday life, most men are taught to stay in control, to lead, to plan, to perform. But in this intimate space, when he's completely focused on you, he gets to surrender that control. It's a rare moment of emotional freedom, a kind of honesty that few other experiences can match. For him, seeing you let go, seeing your body react to his touch, hearing your breath quicken, that's not just arousal, that's affirmation. It tells him, I make her feel good, I make her feel safe, I make her feel wanted. And that means everything to him. Many women underestimate how powerful that emotional exchange is for a man. It's not about dominance or submission. It's about closeness. When he's there, completely devoted to you, he's showing something words often can't express care. He's saying, I want you to know how beautiful you are. I want to see you lose yourself in the moment, because I helped you get there. That moment becomes a silent conversation, one built on trust, vulnerability, and mutual pleasure. When you allow it, when you stop overthinking how you look or what sounds you make, and instead feel, you invite him into that emotional space with you. And that's where the magic happens. For a man who truly loves you, it's not about technique or performance. It's about making you feel deeply desired, not just physically, but emotionally. It's his way of saying, you matter, your pleasure matters. And when he sees your genuine reaction, your body softening, your guard melting away, your expression shifting from tension to surrender, that's what turns him on the most. Not the act itself, but the response. Because in that moment, he's witnessing your truth. There's something profoundly emotional about that exchange. It's not lust, it's connection. It's why, after such intimacy, many couples feel closer, calmer, even more in sync. It builds trust in a way words never could. When you reciprocate that connection with your touch, your gratitude, your openness, you're not just feeding his desire, you're nurturing his heart. You're showing him that his vulnerability is welcome, that his effort means something. And that's what every man secretly wants. To be seen, to be trusted, to feel close. So the next time it happens, don't just think about the physical side of it. Think about the energy being exchanged. Feel the intention behind his actions. Recognize that for many men, this is their most unguarded way of saying, I love you. I'm here. I want all of you. Because when it's done with care, with passion, and with emotion, it becomes something sacred. A moment that doesn't just satisfy the body, but feeds the soul. That's why men love it, not just for what it does to you, but for what it does between you. It turns two bodies into one heartbeat, two minds into one rhythm, two souls into a moment neither will ever forget. So now you know, when a man goes down there, it's not just about pleasure, it's about connection, trust, and desire all merging into one powerful moment. It's his way of saying, I want to know every part of you. It's his love language, expressed not through words, but through touch, attention, and care. Every moan, every sigh, every bit of surrender you give him, that's what he craves. Not because it feeds his ego, but because it tells him he's making you feel good, that you trust him enough to let go. And when that happens, it's pure intimacy, raw, real, and unforgettable. So ladies, don't shy away from it. Don't overthink it. Receive it, embrace it. Because when you allow yourself to be fully present and open in that moment, you're giving him something powerful in return: your honesty, and your softness, your truth. And that's what keeps a man hooked, not the act itself, but the emotion behind it. If this opened your eyes to how men really think, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with another woman who deserves to understand this deeper kind of intimacy. Because real attraction isn't just physical, it's emotional, spiritual, and deeply human. Stay confident, stay sensual, and remember, the most irresistible woman is the one who isn't afraid to be fully herself. See you in the next one. Beautiful.